Good evening, guys. England are through to the final. They've been cussing good old Gareth Southgate for the last two and a half weeks. His tactics, his formation, whatever else you could throw at him. And you know what he's done? He's stuck two fingers up at all of the haters, and England are now in the final. Early doors, welcome to the madness, my friend. Yabba, a Monday in the house. Welcome to the madness. Before you lot even go any further, please hit the like button. If you are new to it, I know a lot of you have jumped over from Early Doors Football TV. Appreciate the love. Steve Cox is saying, get in.
Big up, Steve.
Usual Suspects is bigging up Stevie.
Usual.
Stevie's bigging up the usual. He's giving it back. He's giving the fist pump right back to him. Yes, the chatterboxes are here. The GOAT saves football. Big Early Doors Football. Big up Early Doors and
Big
everybody in the chat. Bilal, England shithoused their way to the final like Greece in 2004. Pepsi, where are you? If only England had a decent... Where'd he gone? Sorry. If only England had a decent manager. He's got to the final. How much more decent do you need? Munzi, long time no see, my friend. Much better performance tonight. Big G, it's coming home with expletives. Yes. Sharky in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Big up, Sharky.
Vincent, I know you're happy. Hi, guys. There's no smile. There's no fist pumps. Just a normal hi, guys. Chat Sport. Mainu star tonight. Look, let's not be biased. So we'll ask everybody else in the chat. And Arsenal Maniac, before we go any further, big up my friend. Andrew Williams is in the house. A few thoughts. One, the game is gone if that's a penalty. Two, better team won. Three, Spain will smash him. Four, what happened to Manu after halftime in nearly every game.
Mm-hmm.
But I see England more like Portugal 2016 and Greece, but Spain look really good. And Flex will get your one up in the house. Trying to book a train from Cologne to Berlin right now. I hear that, boy. United need to sign Watkins. Look, we'll talk about that. Yeah, I'm glad there was a laughing emoji after that. So, you know what? Oh, bath time. Decent game. You really enjoyed that. I'm glad you did bath time. I'm glad you did. Guys, there's always a few of you watching. I know you're probably not watching on our one, but look, hit that like button. So, Early Doors in the house. Come and talk to me. Come and talk to me. I've got some questions for you. What are your immediate feelings after that, man?
I'm still not sure, to be honest. I must admit, looking at the performance, our best performance so far in the whole competition. That's one thing I will take from it. The problem was we did look in the second half quite tired. We didn't look good. We didn't look organised. The Dutch kind of got more into the game a little bit, and we was quite fortunate not to kind of concede at that point either. But certain players have got to look at themselves. Don't think there was enough from certain men that was out there. Foden was unlucky, but he tied out. Bellingham again manages to get through, and everyone's going to look at him and say, he's had a great game, great player. But we're there. That's the key thing. We're there. We're in the final. I suppose I've still got to pinch myself to kind of make it realise it's actually happened. But yeah, with that performance, we'll take that. All the other games are forgiven, apparently, just after this one game.
Amande, talk to me.
I'm glad to be on the show on a special day. I mean, it's memorable for me. I will never forget what I witnessed tonight. It means a lot to England fans to be in the final, and we did it convincingly. I think we deserve to go through today based on the performance. There's a lot of good performances out there. We can go into detail, but I just want to shout out. This is the Man United channel. Big shout out to Luke Shaw. Big shout out to Kobe Mainoo as well. I thought Kobe Mainoo was great in the first half and in the second half. I don't know why people saying his form dropped off. I thought he's brilliant. I was watching him closely. Proper player cam on him. But overall, I just think, there's a lot of things over the tournament. You can see the manager's being quite rigid, but he's had to learn. He's had to learn to make changes. And if you look in the last rounds, they're under pressure. They made changes to change the game. And today, he's done the same again. I think this thing with Harry Kane, there's going to be question marks again going into the final, whether Harry Kane should even start. Tony's come on, had an impact, holds up the ball well. Harry Kane's not doing that. Harry Kane's not blowing. Maybe he's got an injury. I don't know, but he's not working, running the channels or stretching defenders. Ollie Watkins and Tony can give you something different. So that's a question mark as well. But overall, I think I'm delighted for England fans. It's been a long time. It's a lifetime, isn't it? If you look behind our early doors, there's 3 great players there from a lifetime ago. And I think it's only Jeff Hurst who's still alive. I think from that World Cup winning team from '66. But it just shows you, doesn't it? This is a generational game where we should be thankful we're witnessing something, and they can make amends, retribution for not taking the victory against Italy a few years ago at home when really it should have been done. So there's a lot to play for, playing against a really good team in Spain. But I think England have got to go for it, and they've got a lot of talent in the team. It's just about utilising it and getting the best out of the best players. And yeah, they've done well. They're through to the final, and they thoroughly deserve it.
Right. We've kind of semi-discussed the performance. The goals. I'm going to start with you, Eilidh Dawes. The goals that were scored today. Obviously, the second one's going to be the one that everybody's more likely going to want to talk about. But give us your thoughts on the first one.
Top draw. I mean, Rice got schooled, unfortunately.
Oh, look, we're talking about Rice getting schooled, and who pops on? Hey!
I tell you what, lads, what a game. What a game. Best England performance I have seen in this competition. It's dark out. I've had a few beers. I got my England shirt on, as you can tell. 3 lions there. I got a scarf.
I thought it was your cake.
Flag on. I got my flag on, and I'm on holiday. I'm in the campsite, and where it's so dark, guess what? I can't even find my bloody caravan. So, it's typical, isn't it? So I'm just walking around chatting to you lads.
It's good to see. It's good to see you. It's good to see you smiling, Anthony. It's good to see you smiling. Look, I was just asking. You've just interrupted. Eilidh Dawes talking about a certain player getting schooled for the goal. So can you carry on, please, Eilidh Dawes? Thank you very much.
Schooled, and then from that point onwards, he managed. Simmons comes through, and then just rifles it into the top left-hand corner. Pickford just outstretched, just couldn't get to it. Quality goal, but fair play. We got back into the game. We got the was it a penalty?
No, I mean, come on.
It's at the end of the Kane kicks Dumfries. It's simple as that. The player's got to go for it. But if you look at it, I think it's only the way that Kane went down on the deck that VAR intervened. Other than that, for me, it wasn't a pen. No 2 ways about it. The Saka one, if you look at it from a different angle, you could say that he wasn't offside at that point, but they were still saying it was. Foden hitting the post, that would have been a great goal of that winning. That would have kind of equaled Simmons' goal. And then, of course, up pops Ollie Watkins. And, through the keeper, through the defense, great take, great strike. And as Bath Times put on there, from that point onwards, he was man of the match. Simple as that. I am going to upset you two anyway. Unfortunately, I don't think Manu had a great game. In my eyes, there are certain mistakes he made.
I'm sorry, we're gonna cut this stream now. The talk. Go on.
I think if you look at for me, it wasn't exactly his most effective game that he's had in an England shirt today.
Wow.
Monday, your description of the goals, please.
Yeah. So the first one with Declan Rice, I think it wasn't highlighted. I mean, even the commentary, I was thinking, isn't someone going to say something about this? He had the ball, played into him. He first touched his ball, he got pinched. And then, he must have felt really bad. But it's early in the game. He's got time to turn it around after that, thankfully, And obviously the goal was brilliant from our boys Simmons. He went through and shot. And, you can talk about Pickford. Should he have saved it? And probably not. It's one of these top class finishes that just is pinging into the back of the net, and there's not much you can do about it. So that's a great goal and a great start by Holland. But overall, I don't think they created that many clear-cut chances against England. England had a lot of the play as well. And then England remained calm. You can see people saying, calm down, calm down. This is where you have to have characters. It happened the other day with Holland against Turkey. They went to go down. They showed the character to come back into the game. And England did that again. They were to go down in the last round. They went to penalties as well. They're showing a lot of grit and character. And there's people out there on the pitch that I'm witnessing, like Kobe Mainoo, Bellingham, for different reasons that got us back in the game. I think Kobe was instrumental in the game throughout the whole first, second half, giving the ball in areas where there's a lot of players around him. He can keep it tidy, keep it neat, keep it ticking over, and we don't lose the ball in those areas. And I think that's so important. That's a fact we need. People say, oh, he looked tired. To me, I was watching him closely. I don't think he looked tired. I just thought he's just creating space. Sometimes just drop shoulder and just create a yard here and there to receive the ball. He's always looking for the ball. He didn't give the ball away too easily. There's a couple of times when we were on a break, he made maybe one or two wrong decisions, but still, what a great player he is. The second goal, I don't think it's a penalty. You got to follow through with the shot. I think there's a bit of a squeeze we got there, but I still think it doesn't represent that sort of controversy, because we had a lot more chances after that, and I think we would have still went on to score. And obviously, the Watkins. You know what got me? The VAR decision with the Saka goal. I don't think it was offside. They showed it once. I said, that's not offside. And I said, well, where's the lines? And they didn't show the lines. I'm thinking, what's going on here? I need to see the lines. So I didn't think it was offside. But the final goal, talk about forward play, running into the channels, just dragging the defender with you, looking for that pass. Cole Palmer played it into him. And this is Watkins, full. This is exactly what you need to drive into areas where the defenders don't want to go, take him with you, and then shoot between his legs into the corner. What a great finish. It reminds you of Mark Hughes against Barcelona in 1991 in the Cup final. That sort of angle when we saw the goal, boom, in the corner. Reminds me of Gary Lineker in 1990 in semi-final against Germany, against Jurgen Kohler. Paul Parker plays it in, hits it in the corners, Really good goal. And I feel great for the young man, because you're wondering, why isn't he up playing? Or the whole tournament. Tony comes on and suddenly Watkins comes on and shows exactly what he can do. His stock's gone right up there. This is a guy who used to play for lower league teams, Brentford. He's come up and now he's a superstar, and he can retire tomorrow knowing that he's done something massive for the whole country.
Anthony, have you found your caravan yet?
No, I'm still bloody lost, Mr. B. I'm still walking around. But listen, I'll find it. Don't you worry. I got a great navigation. I roughly know where I am in the right area. But listen, I tell you what a game. England, to be honest with you,
they put a smile on your face. And I know
they put a smile on my face.
You've been one of his biggest critics so far.
Oh, I don't know what you're on about, Mr. B. What, me? Nah, never. That's Tony, not me. That's early doors.
So it's all forgotten. So all in your eyes, all of it's about getting to the final. It doesn't matter how you get here. They've improved.
That's right.
Game by game, and you're happy with how everything's set up now, yeah?
Yeah. I just want to touch on, obviously, with what Tony said about Mainoo. I thought he didn't play that bad, but in all fairness, there was spells in the game where, he was a little bit poor. I'm not saying he had, he was totally dire in the game, but there was spells where he was poor. I'll be honest with you.
How?
Well, there wasn't much really going on in that. I mean, you look at the Holland goal when they scored. I mean, that was an error for me. That was an error from Declan Rice, and obviously, I mean, a fantastic goal from Nico Williams. You couldn't argue with that at all. Absolutely a peach of a goal that was. And then obviously the penny incidents with Harry Kane. Personally, I didn't think it was a penalty. It was a attacker and a defender going, for the ball. It was 50-50. But listen, because we had a favour going our way for the penalty, I'll take it. I'll take it all day long for us to get to the final, which obviously that did help us. And then, and then Ollie Watkins' goal. I mean, what a player. I mean, I think Gareth Southgate, in all fairness, I will say one thing about him. Tonight's game, he did bring on the subs at the right time. you know, and I thought he was good. But listen, we're in the finals. We're going to enjoy it, and we're going to have another show. It might, hopefully, if we do come on the Man United agenda, obviously on Sunday night after the game, let's hope we've won it.
Can I just go back, Mr. B? Can you not allow our man Anthony to get away with not answering the question? I asked him why they didn't have a good game, and then he just gave us a summary of the goals and everything else. Don't try and swear about this, you know. Yeah,
It's got to be done on Monday. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to multitask. I'm talking to you guys. It's dark.
No.
I know I'm getting near to my caravan, but what's that?
Answer the question.
I forgot what the question was, Mr. B. What was it? Can you remind me?
Andy, you started off by saying you agree with what Dawes was saying about Mainu being poor, and you said, yeah, he was poor today. Then all I'm asking you, said why? How is he poor? And then you started talking about the goals and everything else, but not Mainu.
I just feel that I didn't say I said he well. I said he didn't have a bad game.
Before you go on,
I said he didn't have a bad game.
Sorry, Anthony.
But
before you go on, guys in the comments, what you're about to hear is some straining for some explaining. Go ahead.
straining from explain. That's right, Amondi. That's right. Yeah, I don't think he had a poor game. He didn't have a bad game actually, but there was times in the game where he was a little bit poor. I mean, the timing of his passing, there was times where his passing he couldn't get to another player. He was easily he's easily barged off the ball sort of thing.
What?
But
Who are we talking about?
I
Sorry.
So yeah,
What?
Who are we talking about here? Getting bars off the ball, Mainu.
We were talking about Mainu.
Right. Okay then. So when Declan Rice
But
got,
in all fairness, I'm not saying I wasn't. But what I'm saying is he didn't have a bad game, but there was times where he had certain spells in the game where he was a little bit poor. I'll be honest with you. He was. I agree with Early Doors. I'm not being
Andy, what we have here, Mainu is such a good player that we want perfection from him. So he has a poor game if he gives the ball away once. He didn't get moved off the ball or anything. We will see. Let's rewatch it. Anyway, I disagree with you that one. We're gonna bump heads on that one.
Yeah, we will. But we're good. We're good at bumping heads on the channel. All right, look, the subs. We've had issues with. Obviously, he's had issues with subs. The subs that he's made. Whatever sub he seems to have made at whatever time, whether it's Tony with 1 minute left, whether it's Watkins with how much minutes left, he seems to have got them right. Can we stop? Is it time to stop disrespecting these substitutes, Early Doors?
We brought Gallagher on, so yeah, basically, no, I'm joking. He brought on the right players at the right time, which is obviously have seen us through. So when you look at it, bringing on Tony when he needed to in the previous game, bringing in Watkins for this game has made an impact. So yeah, take care, Bilal. So yeah, when you look at something like that, in that respects, but we've seen some other substitutions in earlier part of the competition where they were less effective.
Anthony?
No, it's like what I said. I thought he brought on his substitutions at the right time. Good substitutions. Obviously, Ollie Watkins being one of them, scoring the goal. I mean, I actually called. There was a couple of the substitutions that I actually called half time. I got right. Take off Trippier and bring on Shaw. I literally said that to one of the guys at the bar when we was watching the game. He was a Man United fan. He agreed with me, and I said take Harry Kane off. But obviously, with Harry Kane, he always seems to leave him on like as long as possible. Until like the last 10 minutes of the game, then you see Harry Kane come off and another substitution come on, whether it's going to be Ivan Toney or Ollie Watkins. But in all fairness, I was glad it was Ollie Watkins. So that was another good substitution as well. So yeah, so in all fairness, I mean, with what Gareth Southgate did with his substitutions, they were pretty much well timed.
Monday substitution.
Yeah, I I agree with Anthony. I think like the substitution of bringing on left-footed guy or left wing back or whatever it was,
Yeah.
Trippier kept getting the ball, and it's the same thing over again, cutting back inside, and and when we need that outlet and that width and stretch the pitch, and you need the balls in, played him with your left foot comfortably. You need a left footer there, and Shaw was the right choice. He's coming back to fitness now. Clearly, maybe in consideration now to start the next game. I know Southgate likes Trippier, but that was a good sub to have. Imagine he did that at half time. That's unexpected for me. It's something he doesn't usually do, but he did it. He was bold enough to do it. He probably recognised we need to stretch the pitch and get the ball out to wide early and pass it in areas. And we saw that with Shaw. Shaw had a couple of balls we played across the 6-yard box, which are dangerous balls from him playing it first time. Shaw's a really experienced player. No matter what we think of him on the channel, I like him. I still think he's a recognised top player when he's on form, and he proved that today. The other subs, obviously, when you've got a good squad like that, anyone you bring on can be a game changer. And I would like to say, I see some comments in here about Saka. People say I'm hating on Saka. I'm not here. I say this, Andy's here, and Andy will tan my backside if I, get on his case. But Saka I've always said he's a proper professional player, someone you can trust, someone you can rely on. What we saw yesterday against our opponents with Spain, their 2 goals were magic. It was about being improvising and doing something different. I just think when we're playing this system football over and over again, you need a player to come out and do something spectacular. And I think that's what we saw today with Watkins and the ball from the guy Palmer. But yesterday, watching Spain, the Ulmer goal where he just flicked it past to Tremendi and banged it in the goal, and then obviously with the youngster, the 16-year-old, this is magic moments. So you can play that system football, but you need players to improvise and do something special. I want to see a bit more from Saka if he's going to be up there at that sort of level for me to try a little something. And it's great for me, the link-up play. When Saka plays with Odegaard for Arsenal, don't know anything about this, Anthony. I think having Kobe in there, Kobe's the one hitting short, decisive forward passes into feet, boom, 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 speeding things up. His passing accuracies, his simpleness on the ball, it makes things happen. He set people up twice. Once for Foden when Foden got in and should have scored, and another time with Saka. The link-up play is brilliant. They know. You can see he's building trust. He's receiving the ball because they're saying, all right, you're on. After time now, we're realising we put it into you and something happens. He gets time to turn. And what happens with him, no one was rushing him initially. They rushed Rice, but after a while, they weren't rushing our boy Kobe, because if he did, he'd roll you. He knows how to shield his body. And then it was getting time. It got to the point where he's getting the ball, time and space, and time to turn, because no one's thinking, I ain't going with this guy. He's just going to pop it off. But then he's so instrumental in what we did today and the way we played and the way we controlled the game. Can you imagine having 60-something% possession during the game against a side like Holland? I think it's down to players like Kobe, keeping the ball, ticking things over, really intelligent play and getting into areas. He might be standing there, people say, he's lazy, he's not doing anything, he's not working. But we got possession and he's just standing in areas in between the lines, waiting to receive the ball. And I think the way he was very intelligent, there's one move he's done brilliant today, dropped his shoulder like that, just a great gain, 2 yards, walked 3-4 yards the other way, received the ball, and he was in acres of space. What a great player, what great performance. He is the one who's making us tick, and he needs to play in the final against Spain to give us that sort of control of the game as well.
Oh, okay. So he's got a start, yeah. Okay. Right. Man of the matches. I want something. No, not even man of the matches. I want some scores. Scores on the doors. So we may as well start with early doors. We're going to start with Pickford, and we'll go through the whole of that back four as one. So you can name them separately and give their individual scores, but defenders and the four goalie and three defenders, or five. Or did we do it 5? Saka, we'll do 3-5. We'll do it as 3-5-2. So we do goalie +4 +3. How do you think they all played? We got some scores in from Andrew Williams here.
Just look at these scores, what he's got there. So yeah, I mean Pickford. Apart from picking the ball out of the net for for me, I'd give him 7 at best. I wouldn't give him an 8. Walker, he had a reasonable game. Give him a 6. Trippier, again, didn't really do much. 4. Gay, a bit better from him, but I would give him a 7. Stones, shocking in certain respects. I'll give him a 4. I think he was the worst player we had on the pitch.
Wow, okay.
Mainu. If you look at it, like I said, as much as Amondi thinks that I'm kind of criticising the player, for me, I've seen him play better in this competition. Today, for me, it was a little bit different. So I will give him a 7 in that respect. Rice, yeah, I agree with that one. 5. Bellingham, I wouldn't even go with a 6. That's a 5 as well. Foden, better game from him. So I'll give him a 7. Kane, well, yeah. That one, 3. Yeah, that's basically it.
You gave Kane a 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Has he found himself? Have you found your caravan yet, or are you just wandering around the whole campsite?
Anthony, how far did you park?
I'm just wandering around the caravan site. I found my caravan, and my missus decided to come out and some sort of reason attack me. That's it.
Are you right to give your scores then, are you?
Oh, definitely.
Come on then, let's go. Let's hear him from you.
We've got to make sure he's on the right campsite first of all.
Yeah. Pickford, I'll give a 7. He was good. Gale was 8.
Sorry, Anthony. Thank you, Andrew Williams. Yeah, Saka. Yeah, for me and that was his best performance so far, and also he would have a 9. Saka in my eyes.
Oh, okay.
Gale was 8. Stones, I thought he was pretty average. I think Stones, I'll most probably have to give him round about. I give him a 6, 7. I'll just give Stones a 7. Walker, I thought he was good. I'll give him a 7. Rice, I'll give Rice a 6. Jude Bellingham, what can I say about Bellingham? I didn't really think there were spells where he was not bad. There were spells where he was actually, wasn't in the game. So I'll have to give Jude Bellingham most probably I'll most probably give him a 5. Trippier, I'll give him he was the worst player on the pitch for me. In an England top, he was the worst player. I would have to give Trippier a 3. In all fairness, I thought, I didn't think Trippier was that great. In all fairness. Foden, I'll have to give Foden. Well, I'll most probably give Foden. I'll give him a 6. I think this most probably was the best game that he played. Foden, all the games that we've played. Who else is there? Saka. To me, I'll have to give Saka a 9. He was man of the match for me. He was absolutely brilliant. Saka and Harry Kane. Well, I got a brook here just behind me, so I'll put him in the brook. So that's so that's it. I know he got a penalty, he scored it. I'll take that. But for me, Harry Kane, he had a couple of chances, 2 chances apart from that penalty as well. But apart from that, nothing really. And if you want to count the subs, I think Ollie Watkins came on. The time he had on the pitch, I'll have to give Ollie Watkins a 6.
He scored the winning goal.
Yeah, I'll give him a 6. Yeah, he scored the winning goal, but for the time that he was on the pitch, which wasn't a lot. So I'll give Ollie Watkins a 6, maybe a 7 if you want, if that makes you happy, Mr. B.
Well, no,
all right,
listen, it's your scores, but I'm saying if you're on the pitch for 7 minutes and you score the winning goal, you're going to get a 6. You are ruthless, man.
Ruthless. Hey, I'm not taking new prisoners, Mr. B. And I'll be honest with you as well. That's all I can think of. Gallagher, I don't know why he was brought on. To be honest with you, didn't really do anything. 3.
He was brought on to shore up the game. Because you don't. I know you're a typical 4-4-2 man. You don't understand tactics.
I'm not 4-4-2.
You know what? That's why you support Arsenal.
No, it's not.
About
no,
football.
It's not. Honestly, it's not. So
Monday.
Saka man of the match.
Okay, on Monday, are you going to disagree? Are you going to match his scores? And I want to know who your man of the match was.
Well, I'm not going to go with scores. I think everyone played really well, even the guys that have been disrespected. The only person is Harry Kane for me. I think he's offering nothing. He's a big guy, doesn't hold on the ball too well, doesn't spin off and get in behind, hasn't got the legs for that, comes in deep and takes up other people's spaces. And what's he going to do? Ball's coming over. He's not. Where's the threat? Where's the real threat apart from getting a cheap penalty. I'm not disrespecting him. Obviously, he's got a great record. I've always had question marks about him. And now that maybe he's not running enough or he hasn't got the legs, we're really seeing that he can't really offer much in the game. Well, compared to the other strikers, you need to mix up a bit to give yourself a bit more threat. So Harry Kane for me was a bit disappointing today. Everyone else was okay. I want to say big up to a guy that wasn't even thought about prior to the tournament or this time last season is Gay. I think he's been immense for the whole tournament. Someone to come in like this who's really quietly spoken, head down. He's got something about him to actually go out there, get it together. He must be on like taking a number 2 before the games, because this is big time. Really, big step up, isn't it?
Lighten the load.
To go from Palace and not really being on match of day last few minutes of match of day, not really getting that hype or spotlight. Suddenly he's been thrown into the spotlight and he's dealt with it really well. I think, especially in defence, because defenders are always under pressure. Like I was watching the line, especially in the first half. I was watching who is it? Saka trying to get back with Gakpo and thinking, right, Saka, you got to be he's watching the line, he's watching Gakpo. Gakpo's making these runs. You've got to be switched on all the time. And I think throughout the whole tournament, Gay's got the ball in difficult positions, just played it simple, repeat everything he knows, and he's done really well. And I really like him as what he's done in this tournament. And it just shows you that when we see players like Ivan Toney, this thing they got in common: Gay rejected, Eze rejected from certain clubs growing up. All this rejection that these players get playing in lower leagues coming up. Man City didn't want Palmer. And now people saying he's better than Foden. Do you understand what I'm saying? So all this thing shows a lot of character. And I think when we think about the players that have been left out, like Rashford, Grealish, and all these kinds of things, I think it's good to have a balance in the side. You're bringing in hungry players who got the right temperament as well. Because if you just pick a mix and match of players, Grealish is the best. You just throw in all these players and suddenly it doesn't gel because there isn't the right harmony and that kind of thing. But what you got now, you've got a balance of experienced players there, hungry players like Gay and Eze, for example, thrown in spotlight. Can he handle it? Yes, he can. It's a good time for them. And Luke Shaw coming back from injury as well, being given the opportunity to show something when there's no other left backs in the league. Maybe Mitchell, you could say from Crystal Palace. So there's a lot of guys with the balance of the squad. There's a lot of things about having the confidence and the character to show something different. And I think that's the really good balance of the England squad I was thinking about today. Where's Grealish? Where's Rashford? Not there. Where's Sancho? All these guys can't make it because maybe they bring disharmony to a squad. And to get this far and have clutch moments like we did against the overhead and Harry Kane last-minute goal and taking penalties and all this kind of thing, you need to have that harmony in the team and believe in one another. And I think this is a factor that's really special going into the final. We might not be favourites, but if you can, you've got someone's got to be a hero again. It's an opportunity knocks, and we you never know. We could just take it. So I'm going to pick out Gay. Don't know what you think, Mr. B. Give me a couple of players that you really rated today or disrespected. My level is 10 is superb, 5 is average, and 1 and 2 is absolute.
Well, I'll give Gay his props. I think he did well. I think this was one of Walker's better games, although he's still below the level that I feel he should be. Kobe first half, I just think he was the best player on the pitch. Second half, he dropped off. I think that the whole of the second half, the whole team seemed to drop off. Maybe it was something that the Dutch did attack it, or maybe they decided they were just going to hold and try and break. Whatever the reason, I think he dropped off. I think that Foden was more like the Man City Foden on the ball. I think the position they've got him playing in does him well. But as much as it probably burns me to say, the fact that he stayed on, I think Saka. I think Saka has really grown on me as a player. I'll probably give Saka my top mark for the game, if I'm honest. I'll probably give him my top mark for the game. But look, just one more thing before we do actually decide to go. Guys,
that pained him. That pained Mr. B. He didn't want to say that. It really pained him. Yeah.
I didn't, but I've got to be honest,
Yeah,
didn't I?
Amondi kept a straight face when he said that as well. So
So look, guys, if you are watching, I know some of you are watching from Early Doors channel, give us a subscribe. Guys, if you are watching from us, subscribe to Early Doors. You're going to see a lot more of him and Anthony throughout the season, especially when we get West Ham home and away. That's gonna be an interesting one. But look, before we do go, one more question to ask you. I'm going to start with you, Anthony. Guys in the chat, can England win it? It's just a straight up, just let me know what your thoughts are.
God, that's a good question. It's a Spain team, though, isn't it? I'm going to say yeah. I know Spain is brilliant. They played absolutely fantastic football for this competition. But I want to say yeah. We were in the finals last Euros. We lost to Italy, but getting there for a second time in a row is an achievement in itself. So we got to go on and win this. There's no ifs or buts. So I'm going to say yes, Mr. B.
Okay. Early Doors.
Spain are quite disciplined compared to us. They've got more kind of shape. But as an attacking unit, we should really kind of take advantage against this Spain team. As long as we can rough them up a little bit, apply ourselves quite heavily on the pitch, then yeah, I think we can do it. But you can't discount Spain. They've got there for a reason. I've said, on my show that, we're basically saying that, for me, Spain is going to win this competition. But obviously, I'm going to go with my national team, and I think England can do it.
Amonde.
Yeah, it's a one-off game. This is what it's good about tournament football. In a one-off game like this, you just never know what can happen. Someone could get a red card. Spain could play poorly and not be able to break us down and get frustrated. We know a lot of the Spanish players. We see Rodri, he runs things. I think he can get at their defense. This is the thing. This is why I'm thinking about Harry Kane. I think with their defenders, they got Nacho and they got Laporte as well. These are guys. And then obviously Navas was playing at right back the other day. I think it's reduced to suspension. And left back, we've got Cucurella. So if your forward line, our front three, whether it's Saka, I think he can get a Cucurella. If you're talking about our forward, if it's Watkins making these runs, strong run, he can damage any centre back out there with that. And if it's Tony holding up the ball, But Harry Kane, I think, is someone you have to really consider. I think Harry Kane should do England a favour and say, "Look, I've got a knock, I can't play, or I've got a sprain," because that would take the pressure off him. Because I don't think he's going to deliver or the way he's playing at the moment. So when I'm looking at the game, can we win? The answer is yes, we can win because we can get out Spain. Spain look good, but they're not unbeatable. And over a one-off game, the whole country, I don't know how many viewers there's going to be. Everyone's going to be tuning in. It's going to be a memorable good day for English football. Someone's going to make themselves a hero. And I remember, what did we get early doors? Was it 1990? There was like 30 million people watching the semi-final.
Yeah.
It's going to be like that, isn't it? It's going to be crazy out there. On the day of Wimbledon final, these women tennis players, forget about it. You're not going to get a look in. This is all about England versus Spain. It's massive. Make sure you tune in and make sure you watch the Man United.
Take a back seat.
Oh, what time is the game? What time is the final?
8 o'clock. But the build-up
is
going to be
8 o'clock Sunday. 8 o'clock Sunday.
Yeah. Well, at least Moretta's not going to be playing after that security bloke took him out.
It might benefit them, to be fair. I don't think he's had a good tournament. Yeah, the security guy slid into him and did his knee, innit?
Yeah. Took him clean out.
Look, guys, we're gonna end on a happy note. It's you know what? It's been enjoyable having you guys on the agenda for the reactions. I didn't think we would have still been here talking. I thought we would have stopped a couple of days ago, to be fair. But look, we're still here. We've gone all the way to the end. Guys, look, if you are new to the channel, please hit the buttons. Anthony, you already know. But where can we find it, Anthony?
Yeah, you can find me on Early Doors Football TV, where we do the show The Good, The Bad, and The Ugly. We know who the ugly one is. It's this guy here. Sorry, Tim. And we do the Sunday night takeaway as well on Sunday. And also, you can find me here on the Man United agenda through these Euros for this campaign. And it's like what I said. Let's hope when we're on the show on Sunday, let's hope we've won it. It's coming in.
And I just want to say, I've been meaning to tell you, it's last Sunday, Lewis Hamilton won his first Grand Prix in Yonks, and it was the British Home Grand Prix. It made me think about Stephen Fleetley. Rest in peace, Stephen. He would have loved that. As absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, I was almost got me kind of emotional because Stephen would be looking down and giving it his all. So big up to Stephen Fleetley. We haven't forgotten you, bro. And seeing Hamilton win like that has brought it all back. So come on, Hamilton. Won for Britain in the Grand Prix last week, and this Sunday we're going to do it again.
Early doors. Let me pull this off, guys.
I'm lost.
Follow him. Where can we find you, Early Doors?
As you can see underneath here, Early Doors Football TV. You can find me here on YouTube. I also do Insta and obviously Facebook and X, as they say.
Oh, well, look, we don't know. On Monday's a YouTube whore. You know where to find these main house, although he's in other people's houses throughout the week. But you know what? You'll know where to find him. Guys, look.
I heard you were running me last night. I saw a comment come out saying Mr. B and Bath Time were calling me a sellout or a traitor or something.
When I wouldn't do that. Why would I do that? No, I say that to your face, man. Don't worry about that.
Oh boy. Great night. What a great night.
Oh god. Guys, look. Everybody's still vibing. I think it's gonna be a late one for a few. There may be a few sore heads, but look, as always, thanks for watching, and we will be back tomorrow talking all things Man United. We're out.
Take care, everyone.